Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Dr. Becky. For our group presentation, the members have chosen RAUDHAH Islamic School as a company to be presented for this purpose of assignment. Okay, before we begin with the short presentation, I would like to introduce my team members, which is the first one is me, myself, Noor Dalilah binti Mahmud, and then Kamilah Syakura binti Kamin. You may say hi. Dzulhilmi Dzulkarnain, the third one, and the fourth one is Zainal bin Othman. Okay, for the scope of this presentation, we will cover four things, which is the first one is introduction, and the second one is how the company or RAUDHAH Islamic School react to the situation, and then we come to the organization and human resource management theories related to this case, and then the last one we will conclude and give some recommendation. Okay, for the introduction, I would like to give a brief background of the company. RAUDHAH Islamic School is a private primary Islamic school, which is including the preschool from 4 years to 6 years old. It was established on 1st January back in 2015. And the idea of establishing this primary school is from former teacher of tuition center. And it is currently open and operate 3 branches, which is located in Kajang, Seminyak, and Putrajaya. This primary school is an integration school that combines the academic from Kementerian, which is Ministry of Education, and also religious subject by JAIS, Jabatan Agama Islam Selangor. Currently, this organization or this school have 18 of employees, including the teachers and also the administrative staff, and they have about 350 enrollments. Okay, so how RAUDHAH Islamic School affected by COVID-19, we can see from how it is started. COVID-19 worsened until causing the death. And then the government of Malaysia has announced the Movement Restriction Order, or MCO, on 18 March 2020 in response to the COVID pandemic in the country. So during the MCO, citizen was restricted to move, which is there was lockdown at the last place, and no business allowed to be operated, prohibition of mass gathering, and closing of worship places except for supermarkets, fresh market, and groceries where the public can get their necessities. Okay, the impact of COVID-19 to small business like RAUDHAH Islamic School are significant. This is due to its fragility. As for RAUDHAH Islamic School or RIS, RIS were facing both operational and financial problems where they cannot open and operate their businesses or start classes. They have inflow of cash problems where parents refuse to pay since no class attended, and they also may face risk of bankruptcy. And teachers are most locked down in their hometown when they went for school holidays. And then when RIS also, as a company, RIS also was not allowed to retrench employees. If they do so, they do not entitled to the stimulus package provided by the government. So then the student also was not allowed to come to the school as usual. So the business is totally closed. So how RIS will react to this situation, we will see on the next presentation.
Okay, the next part is how RIS, RAUDHAH Islamic School, react to the situation. Okay, after the movement control order announced on 17 March 2020, the first step taken by RAUDHAH Islamic School is by changing the teaching method from physical classroom to online classroom. At this time, RIS introduced online classroom named as RAUDHAH Online School, or in short, ROS. Okay, the advantage of this step is this allow the student to continue learning in more appropriate manner compared to relying on home-based learning by parents only. The second step is RIS also allowing the teachers to work from home. Okay, during MCO, which started during school holidays, most of the teachers have gone back to their hometown outside Putrajaya and Selangor. Therefore, this will give the advantage to the teachers where they can still perform their duty and get paid during the MCO as they are still teaching the students. Okay, the next step taken by RIS is as the MCO continues, RIS has taken further action to retain their customers, which is the parents, by reducing the monthly fees from full amount of 450 ringgit to 350 ringgit. This reduction was aligned with the fact that the school is not operating in full capacity compared to normal school hours. So the advantage of this step is it reduced the burden of parents, as many parents was affected financially during MCO, and enable RIS to retain existing customer for long-term basis. The next step taken by RIS is RIS actually has beat the downsizing trend during MCO by recruiting more teachers for the online classes compared to many other companies that have laid off the workers because of economic slowdown. So this will help jobless individuals that was affected during MCO. The last step taken by RIS is to ensure the new norms of RAS, which is the RAUDHAH online school, are well accepted and understood by parents and teachers. They actually come up with a special communication channel through social media platform. Parents and teachers have clear information on implementation of ROS, and any dispute or inquiry can be addressed as quickly as possible to avoid any misunderstanding. The next part to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, for the next presentation, let's look how management theories related with RAUDHAH Islamic School. Okay, from what we have analysed, RIS management is applying the modern management theory. However, in the daily operation of RIS, it doesn't limit them to a certain approach in modern management theory. We can clearly see that they have incorporated a combination of several approaches of modern theories in their operation, which includes the quantitative approach, organizational behavior, system theory, and contingency approach. As what we can see in the slides, okay, next slide please. This is how we relate RIS strategies with related approaches in the modern management theories. Okay, for us, the way RIS implemented their management style in their operation, especially in the situation that badly affecting them is very impressive. We see RIS as a fast and agile management. They make use of the technology accordingly and communicate well with their customers, which are the students and the parents, and their openness to suggestion, opinions, and complaints make them a survivor in this difficult situation. Okay, next slide. However, we do find out that RIS management is lack in communication skills. Some information or instruction had not been delivered well by the school's principals and had caused misunderstanding among students and parents. In the slides, this is an example of poor communication skills between schools principals and the parents. This misunderstanding and miscommunication had given RIS a bad reputation, as the communication between parents and schools management were done through their social media network. Bad comments left at RIS social media shows how bad the communication went. In this matter, RIS management, especially their principals or whichever personnel that in charge of communication, need to fix the weaknesses so that all communication regarding RIS can be done perfectly. Next, I pass to Mr. Zainal.
Thank you, Zul. So, as a conclusion, we can say that RIS has managed to adapt quickly with the COVID-19 pandemic situation and the subsequent Movement Control Order, MCO. How did RIS manage to do this? So normally an education institution would be employing a mechanistic organizational structure where there is a headmaster, administration officer, and also various divisions that is led by appointed teachers. Here we can see that when direct channel of communication, either through WhatsApp, Facebook, or their official webpage, is listened and reacted by top management, RIS managed to incorporate benefits of an organic organizational structure, increasing their organizational agility and thus be able to properly assess and react to the MCO by fulfilling the needs of its employees and also its clients, like what they did from the online class, work from home, and also their recruitment policy. As a recommendation, even though RIS had done a remarkable job, there is always room for improvement. Communication skills of RIS staff is important, not only to pass on correct information, but also to get parent support and loyalty. It is recommended for RIS to invest more in this human capital skill set. Also, we recommend RIS to open its online classroom services to other clients. This would increase its customer base and help to reduce fees further, making it more appealing to their clients. It is also a marketing strategy to promote their core services to other customers for when the COVID-19 pandemic is resolved. Also, since RIS has already increased their recruitment of temporary teachers to cater for the needs during the MCO, it would be a waste if this human capital that had been trained is abandoned after the pandemic. During these times of difficulty, if RIS managed not only to retain their current employees, but also provide job opportunity, this will give a higher morale to the workforce and increase employee retention and also loyalty. Another strategy that RIS may employ is the diversification and differentiation marketing strategy. By diversifying its business into publishing online revision materials like ebooks or interactive web design, and expanding their online services to also include online tutoring, this would help differentiate their business from the competitors, while at the same time upskilling their employees to be more relevant in the future. However, please take note that due to the limitation of time, detailed explanation is in the report that we prepared later on. And for that, thank you very much.